Going into turn 3 now, the orcs got a hit back. So, movement phase. Ludowagon's moving around a bit, but Warboss has decided to split off and join the other boy squad. Choosing up the squads that have been falling back continue to fall back. That's the Death Copters and that other boy squad. But the Storm Boys, finally, not pinned, they move over. And same with, they're just starting to surround those obliterators to obliterate them, hopefully. And Fred just moves back. If he tries to, he's just trying to survive right now. And if he engages in close combat, Angron is definitely gonna whoop his butt. And the other truck that still is alive moves forward, empties all the boys, and hopefully we'll be able to kill something this turn. So, in the shooting phase, because we're shooting one of those big units, thought I would include it. The boom gun does fly over, but then Stompa shoots his 3 limited range rockets, super rockets, but unfortunately they do not manage to do anything to the Brass Scorpion. And the other boom gun misses. So, going into the assault phase, or shooting phase rather, all the pistols shot into the obliterators. Unfortunately, nothing was able to be done. So, assault phase, those 2 obliterator assaults went very well. Those other ones are still there. The Burnas, I think unwisely, chose to attack Angron, maybe to just try to tie him up, but they definitely just obliterated them and annihilated them. Though I did call Wog, which I did skip over, but that Daemon Prince is gone, and that both Lash Princes were eliminated by the squads of boys. And so that was a bit of luck there, and the knobs weren't able to do anything because they were still pinned. But now they are fresh and able to do something, provided they do not get slaughtered this turn by the Chaos shooting. So, into the Chaos turn 3. In their movement phase, more obliterators deep striking. Angron and his bloodthirsters running up and not allowing Orc and Fred an inch of movement. They're just right up there. Maybe probably be back a little bit more, but you gotta fit them on the hill there. More deep striking, the squad of Terminators, and now he's moving around for objectives. Those rhinos are running around. Still nothing is deployed from the rhinos, but then we have a squad of lesser summoned demons as well. And the Brass Scorpion moved up to be able to destroy those boy squad. And Karn, the betrayer, is betraying my hopes for him of killing stuff, and he's just still in his rhino. So, end of the shooting phase for Daemons. They shot so much in those knobs, and knobs refused to fail any of their saves. However, the Warboss with his squad of Ard boys got flamered and shot up, and they're almost dead. The looted wagon gets obliterated by those obliterators. And I just have a few squads of boys left, but they were also weakened by the remaining obliterator that shot. So, obliterators into the back of Fred. They manage to get 1 penetrating hit, but he does manage to, he fails his cover save, and he does manage to stun the close combat weapon, but because it's a primary weapon, he does save it. The Brass Scorpion shoots into the squad of my Warboss and my Knob that is left, and does manage to kill them both. And it instant kills them because of the strength 8. And the lesser demons run out. So, Brass Scorpion charges in with his big close combat weapons and attacks my Knob, and he misses, and he only manages 1 wound. And so the Knob attacks back, hits, and gets a penetrating hit. No, he gets an explosion actually. So he roll on the table, he rolls a 5, it's +2 because of the special reactor of the Brass Scorpion, and it explodes 12 inches. So heroic Knob there. But he does try to go to ground to try to get a save, 6+ save, and no, not that heroic. He goes out with a bang, of course, though. It was more than, he got charged, that was more than was ever asked of him. The lesser Daemons get hit, and I think 4 of them die. Not enough to get them off the objective, and of course they're fearless, so they're not going to run away. The truck gets hit, and weapon destroyed on that. Luckily, it should have blown up, because the Rhino, when it gets hit, penetrating hit, and it blows up 5 inches, or 6 inches rather. No, yeah, it was exploded 5 inches there, hits a bunch of knobs, but with their feel no pain and their 4+ armor, they are fine still. It is impossible to kill those knobs. So the Noise Marines are now out in the open for the knobs to pick on, and the Brass Scorpion is a goner. Now, on to the rest of the assault phase. Don't forget, there's still Angron and Fred. Fred fails. He fails to do anything. He can't even wound at all. Or can't hit, rather. Right? But because their weapon skill 10, it is 5s to hit, so it is annoying. So now this is Angron and all the Bloodthirsters attacking. On the pile that started as 4, now 5, those are penetrating hits. And the other small pile on the left, those are glancing hits. Because he gives it 2d6, so each one. So he ends up with a grand total of, I think, 8 penetrating hits, or 7, no, yeah, 8 penetrating hits. He rolls and gets a couple chain reactions with their structure points. So he rolls on the catastrophic damage table, and unfortunately he only just explodes. So he does hit the Obliterators. No, the triple one was to wound the Demon Prince. I mean the Angron and his Bloodthirsters. That was terrible. But then I forgot there was a squad of 30 boys inside of him. But with incredible rolling, I lose just under half of them to the explosion, which makes sense, you know. Stompa explodes, you're inside of it. It's gonna be bad news bears for you. But it almost looks like a plate for Angron and his Bloodthirster. So, end of turn 3. Lots of stuff is blown up. Lots of squads are non-existent now. And yeah, now we have that last hope for the orcs. They got that one HQ choice left. He's just staring down Angron, but Angron looks a little too hungry for comfort. At any rate, we'll have to see what will happen next turn. But the Terminator squad is still fresh, but the Knob squad is still pretty strong and still pretty fresh, and so they should be able to take control of this side of the board if everything still goes their way. So, that's end of turn 3. Stay tuned for turn 4. I'm pretty excited to see what happens next.